Good morning, good afternoon, bonjour et bonjour, mes amis. We are ready for the action. My name is Stronglegs. This fine young gentleman right here is Boggs. Melanie's behind the production and the observing. We're here ready to bring you the action for LDLC versus KOVA, the Finnish beasts. I'm kind of excited, Boggs. I'm not gonna lie. I always love these wild card rosters. I always love to see where their skill ceiling is, and I'm kind of ready for this.
Oh, I'm ready for this too. This should be a very good matchup, one that I think has a good potential to go the distance and definitely should not disappoint in terms of individual plays and
Mm-hmm.
strategy amongst all the teams. So I'm definitely looking forward to a good game and one that should be very entertaining to say the least.
Yeah, and it's on Nuke as well. So I think we're going to get to see kind of the tactical prowess, a little bit of individual play to kind of really start to get a feel for where LDLC is, right? I mean, we've seen KOVA play multiple times in this league, on this broadcast specifically. So we kind of have a general understanding of where they stand. Obviously, we don't really know where their skill ceiling is as well. So this is going to be pretty eye-opening for us, I think. And of course, LDLC does have a recent addition in young Tabs, the Swedish Opera. So that's going to be pretty exciting to see if he's trialing, if to see if he is permanently on this roster to kind of see where they stand, because he was previously on Japalino, so, or Hapalino as people call it. But yeah, I think it's almost underway. They're almost in knife. We have 10 players in the server. As soon as they're ready to go, we'll be jumping into the server. If you're wondering what's coming up next, we only have two matches for you guys. So the first one is the one that we just talked about, LDLC versus KOVA. And the second coming up will be Nemiga versus Game Agents. Another pretty sick matchup I'm pretty excited for. But, you know, we've been talking a lot. Let's get this action, Boggs. Let's go straight into the server. Kick it, Mel.
Here we go. Knife round has commenced. We'll see who gets that all-important CT start. Well, it used to be all-important, but I think in recent days, it might be easier to close this map out on T side, at least in a lot of the matches I've seen. So
Yeah,
we'll
actually,
see how the whole side's.
no, that's not totally fair assessment. We saw two nuke matches yesterday that both went 9-6s on the T side. So I think that you're onto something. No, it is gonna be the CT side for LDLC. Obviously, this is the more comfortable side, especially if you're a recent team. T side can sometimes be hard to orchestrate as a fresh squadron, but you know what? I think these boys are tactical geniuses, and I'm kind of ready to see what they got for us. And same thing can be said about KOVA. They have rainbow nades for Uli. They got Peku on the smoke double flashes, and it seems like they're going straight onto that A site.
Yeah, they were going to try and do the squeaky pop with their nade miss, and it cost them a little bit of damage and major. As the mini smoke rather pops, will take down Uli. It's a good start for LDLC, but the bomb does go down at the very least for KOVA. But Major is still here, and he's still hunting. Jinx will commit to poo-poo. Now it's time for Twix to stand up from under the heavens. He gets one, he gets two, he goes for a third, and he's got three. Now it's only Major left alive, but Twixie mops up all four. What a play by Twixie.
Huge.
That was spectacular.
That was nuts. You love to see that from Twixie. A solid setup there for KOVA as well, but Jinx is so unfortunate. He gets gushed mid-air and just lands to his death. That you hate to see that, and you love to see it at the same time. Frustrating for Jinx, funny for us. KOVA though, off to a great start. Bomb planted, they got the full buy, they got the clean pistol. Now they have a lot of utility, but they have to avoid getting tagged down by Sixer. He's already gotten one off onto Uli. Uli is the only person out here, Boggs. This is just to draw attention away from ramp, draw attention away from lobby.
Yes, indeed. And they might not want to commit towards ramp. It seems that they're edging their way back, buying some time, seeing if anybody gets aggressive from LDLC. But again, these players do have armor as well, except for Sixer. And against the SMGs, those can be very damaging pistols as well. Especially close range. I mean, get one dink and follow-up shot. So it's going to be very interesting to see how LDLC can play against pistols. Sixer comes in with a wall or a leg shot. Goes for another shot, but it does not connect. Instead, it will have to fall away outside. And ramp is right. Taking for LDLC, or for rather, LDLC have rotations down halfway in the tunnels already. The take is coming in, and the site is being cleared. The bomb should be going down. Peku will go find it. Happy's still living for now. He hasn't pounced yet. The flashbang works for him as a lineup! And Happy's got two. He goes for the third. He will not be able to get the miraculous eagle play here, but he might have done enough to get unless Twixie comes in huge. He's got two. Will not be able to get the third, but Jinx and Sixer are coming in. Peku swinging out from behind the plate. Gets tagged down, and he does fall. Now it's all down to Uli. He took damage early on, and this position has been washed by Major, and that will secure the round for LDLC. Happy with the 1D, double 1D.
Yeah. Is that a 1D? I don't even know what to call that. That is nuts is what it is, though. Wow, you don't really see that very often. The lineup would be a little bit in the basement, in the secret doors, control stairs. You love to see that. They overlook it because his teammate's baiting away from him. Lines him up perfectly. Could not have worked out any better for LDLC. And they just got away with robbery. They got some free weapon upgrades off that. They got a bunch of utility in hand now. They have a little money left over for reserve. Now KOVA's on the back foot, right? It's a full investment. Going quickly towards the A site. Trying to get down the vent, but now they're getting mowed apart. And Happy, he's looking to chase, but he can't even get down the vent. There are so many players here.
That was a good Molotov, but it doesn't deter Happy. He pushes through the fires and flames. Still coming for another. Happy denies the bomb plant. And now it's all down. He sprays away. Actually does take down Happy in the end. I don't think he'll be much longer in this world, as Major will drop down and eliminate him. But LDLC with a flawless anti-force buy. Yeah, they've just about secured themselves a third round because KOVA are broke right now.
Yeah, this is the big problem, right, with losing that second round after winning pistol is you get that harsh double eco. And double ecoing is really, that's probably like one of the only conditions for it. It's very rare to see double ecos nowadays. And this is one of the ones that you see the most often. Winning pistol, losing the round after. Now they're down to just pistols. Glocks, mostly. The eagle for her again is already wounded. They're tempted to be overwhelmed outside, but there's just so much more. I don't think it'll happen, but hey, they got a kill. That's consolation. And if Paitola can get the bomb down, oh, Major. Nope, not gonna let him have it. But yeah, 3-1, 4 players alive. Can't ask for better. You keep the AK, you only lost the Max 10. You're laughing right now if you're LDLC.
Oh, indeed. I'm pretty sure they are loving life right now. Nothing really can be said that they've done wrong. So, they'll take what they have, start to build up a bank. Feature and Tabs both around 6K. The op on Sixer should be doing some work, but KOVA outside. They've pushed up 3 players past red, down into secret tunnels. 4 players, actually, at this point. And if LDLC are caught off guard, this could be a free round for KOVA. Happy is still down here in the tunnel. He's done some nade damage, walled them off with utility for now. KOVA still has plenty of time to rotate back up should they also have Uli as that lurker, as the rotation cutter offer. But it all comes down to Happy here. Flashbang comes in, he falls away for now.
Great reactions. He got the information. Unfortunately, Tabs comes down. The worst possible timing, just being held down by multiple players. Now Jinx and Happy are in a crossfire. If they come out these control windows, it's going to be incredibly difficult. But Peku, he's trying to bring this back into some sort of advantage from that side angle. But Happy has him lined up again down below. He finds himself the double kill. Sixer follows up with one of his own, and suddenly we're balanced out at 2 versus 2.
Indeed we are, but Uli's still yet to reveal his position. He's rotating around towards A as well. And actually he might be able to catch out the head of Sixer peaks. Uli has to be careful here. Major's on the A side as well. Paitola might just know that it's going to be a B free plant, but there's no real way to know that yet. Uli's made his way down the tunnels, and he's going to wait for Paitola, or Paitola rather wait for Uli as the time ticks down very low. We're in the 17-second mark. It will go down, planted for decontamination. But Major's made his way down, Sixer as well towards the ramp. And actually, Major's going to win that first duel versus Uli. It comes down to Paitola in the 1v2. Flashbang comes out from Major's revealing. It'll all just be bait for Sixer to make him play with the op. However, Paitola is rotating around towards double doors. He's left decontamination. Major's tapped the bomb, but he's going back in to close the doors. Paitola is still going for double. Lower, and he won't even take down Major as Sixer and Major combined for the last kill. And LDLC, they lose 3, but they are able to pick up a 4th. KOVA do get the bomb plant, however, so they will have a buy. It will be rough on utility as 2 players at 3,700, but still, great play by Sixer and Major in that play, in that 2v1, 2v2 situation. LDLC looking really good here on CT News.
Yeah, and their economy is looking really good on CT Nuke right now. Only one that's really struggling is currently Happy, but Majors have a different story, right? He's at 8,700. They have an eagle right here, 5 players alive, meaning full stabilization. Flashbangs are very effective to get these players some space out of sight. Now Tabs recovers from the flash, and suddenly there are 2 players right next to him. Bomb gets planted at the very least. Sixers pushing inside, then the opposite event is called. Peku's able to eliminate 1 more player, and this is actually looking almost manageable. Okay, maybe not.
He'll take down the last 2. Gets a 4K on the round as well, so 6 are starting to heat up as well. And LDLC, really, I don't think I've seen much to harp on from them at all in the entire game so far. 6 rounds, and they've looked good. Even the round they lost was due to a spectacular play by Twixy. So, right now, they're just going to keep building their bank as 2 of their players pretty close. KOVA, though, they have a buy again. They have all the utility they could want. 2 Kriegs as well. They're going to blow down Vision 4 really is. Nobody really wants to take that fight. Tabs will smoke it off. We'll stall for now. But it's interesting to see how Sixer is taking the primary off over Tabs, and how Sixer has the primary off over time. Maybe Tabs is taking a more hybrid to rifle role on this LDLC roster.
Yeah, that could have hit the nail on the head, honestly. There's a possibility that he's just looking to secondary. I mean, Tabs is really young and he's really talented, so I imagine he's capable to rifle, no problem. And he's all about CS and improving. But now Kova's going to go for the ramp. The 1-for-1, not bad. Now they own ramp control. They can use this to pivot rotation. They can use this to create confusion. But they're actually just going to go ahead and full rotate and force up into that ramp. Now the problem is there are already 2 players here. They got Happy in the dark spot underneath the ramp, and they got Sixers all the way back to the op. They're just drawing attention away from Happy.
Stop, but nobody clears the dark cubby. Happy pouncing for 1, does have Bully, who will be finished off by Sixer. Now it's down to Pytola in the 1v3. He knows the Sixer is first away at the last 1 second. He gets 1, but he will not be able to eliminate Major or Sixer in the end. And LDLC will strike again. KOVA will have a bye. But LDLC, more money in the bank for them. A Krieg in the hands as well. Looking good. Tabs will actually get tossed over that Krieg, so a lot of confidence placed in that player.
Okay. They did not bring up rounds, but they're really keeping up the economic pressure, right? Major Sixer, the only one with money. That's essentially 1 extra gun round that maybe LDLC have if they lose a round. So 2 rounds in a row for KOVA could swing things definitely back into their favor and take away at this deficit that they're in right now. But their lower hits just aren't working, Boggs. At some point, they just have to either figure out a better solution or just start attempting something different. They've tried the wall of smokes outside, but they haven't really tried any of the wrap strats. They haven't really tried working slowly towards big garage, towards mini, looking for the players towards heaven. Like, they haven't done any of these things. It's just been wall smokes, hit ramp, hit upper. That's it.
Yeah, they are lacking a bit of the fluidity that a lot of good new teams on their T sides have. And they're just going to walk into ramp now. A Sixer will pounce for 1. There is ramp control relatively established for KOVA, but they still don't have terribly a bit of it. I mean, they still have a player on B to deal with. Sixer holding from far now, looking to the outside, but Happy doing so much damage on the side. Oh, now Tabs is coming as well. Oh, damage onto another, and it's going to be Tabs and Happy to mop the last players on B, with Tabs getting a 3K on the round. No bomb plant, but the loss bonus is still enough for a buy from KOVA. They will have a couple Galils or SMG should they decide to go that route. But I believe that was a very clean round from LDLC, losing maybe 1 player.
Yeah, that's it. They actually only lost 1 player. Now this is again the same narrative, right? They're continuing their pressures towards ramp. They're continuing the fast push towards lower B bomb site, right? But every single time LDLC is ready, they keep overlooking that extra player that's hiding either in dark towards the other corner behind silos. They keep overlooking it because as soon as they get to that lower bomb site, they're being engaged by the player in windows or by the player towards the doors, either decontamination or the double doors towards control. It's just not working. This fast push towards B just isn't working. At some point, they just have to open up their minds to different alternatives, really.
They've been able to establish a lot of outside control. I would say they should probably go for that slower play, wrapping towards mini with 3 players outside, 2 in lobby to hold the rotations, and then try and flank into or onto A. I mean, I feel like that would be a good move, but we'll see. Do they have the tactical depth? This is a trying time for KOVA, because they're not lacking necessarily in the individual duels. They're just getting funneled into areas, and LDLC are reading them very well. There's a lot of experience on LDLC.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Sixers all played very high levels themselves. So,
I mean, we're talking about people who have been competing in majors, even in recent times, right? In the last, like, 2 years, these guys have been attending majors, T1 events, nonstop. I mean, these are some of the best, right? They're in their own kind of squadron now. They got a couple young talent. So, yeah, you're absolutely right on that end. But KOVA, they're going to try the wall of smokes again. This time, they're going to walk down secret. This could throw things in a loop. But, again, there's a player down below. I believe that's Happy. He's just playing spot. He hears all this commotion. Molly's off. He gets overwhelmed. But actually, look at the damage that they just took for that.
good lord, I don't think that's worth it, Roy. They've taken so much damage. They're both around 1 shot, 2 shots each. Jinx will be happy to mow one down for free. Sixer's making his way in. He might be better off switching to his sidearm. Everyone's pretty low. Jinx second, make it a third. At least the bomb goes down for KOVA, but that will be it. Pyrrhic victory at best as LDLC grab an 8 to secure the half and continue their momentum, only losing 1 player yet again. That will allow their economy to grow massively on everyone now. Almost 15k, was 15, almost 16 for a moment on Major. He's still around 14, Sixer just under 10k. Jinx and Tabs both well. Things getting a little out of control for the LDLC bank.
Yeah, no, things are definitely booming. The business is booming. They got AK, they got SG, they have an AWP, pretty much full kits for them. They're up close and personal. The flick is a little off the mark. Done a lot of damage. There it is, a nade for the early pick. This is one of the first rounds LDLC, or excuse me, KOVA is at least able to establish a man advantage.
That's good for KOVA. They're going for a more defaulty round here. They're not funneling into one side or the other early. This is good. It's a good adjustment from them. Last round was just to get the bomb down, I feel. Do some damage to the economy. Now it's time for KOVA to really show us what they have in their strat, but what they have lurking around the shadows. Throw into this weight. Yes, he is. He's pushed in. He is happy. Takes one outside. Dirkips gets one, but he's hot on his heels. Happy rotating into A to make sure nobody's coming in. I told him making a lot of noise. I don't believe he's been heard though. In this 3v3, the rotation's coming in towards B. Happy trying to stand strong. Does one for half HP, but right across the control room as well. Jinx and Dirtcaps picking up one nice simultaneously. Jinx in the red, but Major full HP, and he's coming in on the flank. The bomb will be going down. But there's still a Molotov and a nade on Major. Kid on both players, and Peku's low as well. Major, it's a free kill onto the high HP player. A flashbang from Jinx comes in for the help. Peku though will take down the low one. And ball on Major though with a clutch flicks over, and that's gonna be a 9 for LDLC.
Jesus, that was a little sloppy from Dirtcaps. I mean, he got 3 kills, so I can't criticize him too much. But just sitting in the open, looking at angles that you can't even see instead of the angles that are more imminent danger to you, which is the double doors, I feel like that's a bit of an error there from the KOVA players. And that is a round that they honestly just couldn't really afford to lose. They needed to secure that. They had the opening pick. They traded well towards lobby. They traded well towards B site. They're in a pretty good 2v2. That's another drop off from KOVA. I can't help but feel. Now they're in a much tougher spot. We're going on to the 11th round. It's 9-1 lead for LDLC. They need at least 3 or 4 rounds here on this T side, Boggs. Otherwise, this CT side will be too risky considering how much emphasis there would be on the pistol, right?
As well as the fact that this map is starting to veer towards a T-setted finish. Well, most maps in the scene, but Nuke especially very contrary to its historical averages, so it's going to be imperative for KOVA to pick up at least 4, I would say. I would love for them to get a 9-6 half out of this, although that does seem very unlikely. But if they could pick up 4 rounds, I think there's a chance for KOVA on the side. A good flash from Sixer will blind Twixie. And once again, KOVA go down a man early. Major Thought he was... Absolutely able to spray down one from behind the squeaky door. Major will get one, goes 1 for 1 as Peckle comes in for 2. He will get sprayed down in the end as LDLC keep 3 alive, build their bank up a little more as Majors hit 16K. Double digits for LDLC as well. Another buy from KOVA. A timeout from KOVA as well. So it's good that they're taking their timeouts, but I feel like KOVA might need to go back and work on some nuke stuff because right now their strat book seems very limited on this map to direct hits. I mean, we haven't seen them flank into mini once, even get one guy flanking into heaven.
Right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, to be fair, LDLC is also kind of popping off. I mean, you got Sixer at 12-2-2. He's only died 2 times so far. You got Major at 11-3. You have Happy at 15 kills, 7 assists. I mean, click that more stat. Let's see the ADR here real quick. 160 ADR for Happy. I mean, what are you even supposed to do against that when the man's popping off? Yeah, I mean, that's probably from that one round where they all just brute forced the molly, honestly.
True.
But yeah, I mean, you're kind of right though. They're not showing diversity. They're not diversifying how they're approaching outside at all. It's the same double smokes. They're using the wall smokes to get into secret, then they commit bottom secret. They get mowed down in the crossfire or the utility. They throw some fakes outside. They go ramp. Okay, they go 1 for 1 every time. They go down towards the B bomb site. They don't have control towards secret. They don't have any. They can't clear out the anchor. It's just not working out. And then they're gonna go for it again. The wall smokes outside. Let's see if they'll opt for something different this time. Look at Happy. Happy's 1 step ahead every time. He's gone fast secret. He's waiting for the flash to come. As soon as it does, he's gonna peek out and eliminate several of these players, or he might just walk into them. But look at that flash. Sixer set him up beautifully. He gets 4 kills off that. Tabs to find the last one. And what a round. What a play. It seems like Happy is just he's playing from the future, Boggs. He's ready for everything KOVA's throwing at them.
Happy's too smart. I mean, that was a brilliant play. He executed that perfectly. Sees a couple people walk into his crosshair things. Maybe it might be time to force the issue, and indeed it was. He won all 4 duels relatively cleanly as well. I don't think he went down below half HP. So, great work from Happy. He'll take that one to the bank. But now KOVA have an opening. Tab a little aggressive early. Might have been going for information, seeing if they are going outside, but they've defaulted lobby for now. Couple players outside though, still throwing smokes, and I think KOVA's going back to their bread and butter, you might say.
At least they're doing different smokes this time. One for big garage, couple smokes for the up close wall.
They mollied Zika. That's a really good play to counter Happy, but I don't even think Happy's here anymore. He's elsewhere on the map. And are we gonna see the mini flank? There's 3 players in big garage, 1 back red. We might be seeing a little bit of an unusual play coming from KOVA. Run just over. Still, nothing really spotted out for them. They do have the opening pick, so they could be playing off this as well, trying to draw more aggression from LDLC. But it seems to me that they're rather close up and personal with each other, but Sixer does get tagged down just a little bit. They have information that he's on the heavens, though. He's rotated to the far scaffold. Major's still here. Pytola drops Sixers. He drops down off the scaffolding. Major's mopping up 2. It's now a doable 1v3 for Happy, although Uli's here, locked in his position. Spots him, and Uli takes him down. A good round from KOVA. A very good round from KOVA.
Finally.
Slow things down. They work around the map, get information, and take A.
It's crazy how they just literally the first round they switch it up, it instantly works out for them. And you know, maybe they are not under prep. Maybe they are prep. Maybe they're just overthinking their own strategies and they're kind of tunnel visioning and becoming stubborn in what is supposed to be working, right? Oh, if we only won that 2v2. Oh, if we only won the 1v2. You know, it's just like these are easy traps to fall into instead of understanding that these rounds are breaking apart even before these scenarios are unfolding. But they switched it up and it worked. So coincidence? I'm not sure.
LTLC going straight for the timeout off of the back of this, though, is a very interesting call from me, as they've had the momentum from essentially second round onward. They had a streak of 11 rounds straight, which was just broken by KOVA's round. But definitely a veteran call to go for the timeout here, talk things over. But okay, they want to do this now. Well, we just have to be aware of it and not go for the instant 2-stack on B. because that's something that LDLC has been doing. KOVA gets the outside control, LDLC drop 2 guys into B, and they win those duels.
Now timeout's over.
Move, Roy.
That is. Oh, wait. They're throwing us for a loop here. You know what? KOVA, you want to adapt? We'll adapt too. Let's take out these double ops. Now, I'm not entirely a huge advocate for double ops on Nuke, but, you know, sometimes there are some teams that can actually put it to work. Sixer with one of them. He's looking for the cross, but it's actually going to be Peku. You know what's crazy? Peku was looking for that exact duel, but somehow Sixer is able to come out on top on that one. Now it's Flash. It's going to be happy again. He's off the secret. 1 kill, 1 and done. He's out of there.
Happy to carry. Push through Molotov. He'll keep on. Joel is still outside as well. But Sixer's on the hunt still outside Garage. Durkips has dropped on top of Mini, but he's been spotted down by Sixer. And is ducking behind the 8. Too much longer. Happy does eventually fall, but Sixer comes in and gets the trade. Tabs is also rotated up through Secret. I don't expect this Tabs rather spots him out. The nade comes in. That him in. Indeed it does. Falls right at the feet. And now just Uli alive in a 1v4 with Major holding his position. He will not be long for this world as he will spray him down. LDLC answer right back. And for last round of the half, Roy, KOVA do not have the best economy.
Yeah, it might even be 2 Galils or Mac 10s for Peku and Uli. That's if they don't go with the Beagles with full utility. Even Twixie says, yeah, I'm going to downgrade as well to make sure we have that full utility to get our plans done. Because, I mean, again, they're going for the wall smokes every time. That requires 3 smokes and then 2 flashes at least. Now it's Happy in their faces, but it's only 1 person here. He swaps spots, and Twixie actually still wins a duel. Nice go. Oh, what is happening right now?
Twixie full bore into the secret tunnels. I like this aggression from him. But he could all just be throwing everything at the wall and see whatever sticks in this last round as well. But he still has control of the secret tunnels, and that will allow some room for KOVA to rotate and draw rotations from LDLC as well. As I believe there's at least 2 players in ramp. It's like 3 from a mini-map perspective. And A side could be wide open for LDL or for KOVA rather, but Major is still here back. Take down the 1. He goes to the second. He sprays him down, looking at the 3rd. But Major will get taken down. Uli and Durkaps take down 2, making a second for Uli, leaving Tabs in the 1-3. He's tapping away outside, takes a dink, but wins that long range duel against Twixie. Still on op in the hands of Uli. And no utility for Tabs. This makes things difficult for him. If you can isolate the 1v1 duels, however, this could work out. But a second smoky wall-off mini could just prevent everything, as KOVA might have snatched away around. The foot shows. Uli doesn't connect the shot. Mr. Caps is here.
Okay. 12-3. Part of me says not manageable, but a part of me says I'll wait to see how the first pistol and gun round go before I make my opinion. 12-3 though, that's not something that you see every day on Nuke. On either side, really.
It used to be the case where you would see the scoreline get the high setting play. But nowadays, a much more common scoreline is that 9-6. Let's see if KOVA can overcome a very large amount they put before themselves. As LDLC with the mini smoke, flashover as well, opting to go into secret tunnels. I like this call from LDLC. They only take a minimal amount of damage as well, and actually come out better for it as far as the damage exchange goes. Durkaps pops down to the stairs. He's tapping. He gets 1. The bomb has not yet crossed. Now it does, but Uli's taking another one down. Happy on the flank. Will eliminate Peku. So there's a lot more to do for LDLC. Tabs rotating up the fence. I think it's going to try and be an A-pop instead of he's here, and he's not going to miss that shot. Sixer and Happy have to salvage this round back as they get 1 kill. Sixer will add another 1 to that total. There's still a lot more to find. He's capping. He gets a 3rd. That's going to be Happy, actually. But Uli will answer back, leaving it to a 1v2 for the unarmored Sixer, who has utility. But he does not have the bomb. He's stuck on the Glock.
Yeah, I think that's like 2 shots to the chest with a USP from a medium range. That's not a lot of health points to work with here. He does have a smoke. He does have a molly. Maybe that opens up, gives him at least some opportunity to isolate these 2 players. But again, 2 shots to the body and aim punch doesn't seem favorable for Sixer. But he's trying to throw them off a little bit.
I like this play from Sixer. He's trying to make him focus on Heaven. He's going to continue working his way into Mini. Twixie, though, starting to get a little antsy. Uli as well, rotating into lobby. And now, Sixer, played your hand. What do you have left up in your sleeve? He hasn't will allow KOVA to detect his position, and he will go down in the end. Another pistol round for KOVA. No bomb plant as well means LDLC will not get the SG force buy up here. So we'll assume they're going to go for the save, while KOVA will be able to get this round for pretty much free. Good start for KOVA, but all it comes down to is the first gun round. They need to win that round, and they need to win it clean.
Absolutely. Double ecoing is really not an option that KOVA has. It's not a luxury they can afford, and it's not a punishment they can take. Couple falls for LDLC. They couldn't quite make the jump. They got to work those legs out. They're already wounded, and they're trying to get into that mini, but of course, versus no armor is sure death. Major on the flank and ramp. Likely not to find anything, considering it's a long-range Glock. But this is the easy part, Boggs. The hard part's coming up next.
Hard part indeed. SGs, AKs, utility from the T side, and the tactical depth of LDLC as well will have to come into play here. We'll see what they want to go for as far as buys. Their utility's not going to be terribly strong. A couple of Molotovs and an HE. Smokes across 4. We'll see what LDLC wants to do. Early on, he does a good amount of damage to Jinx, actually. That's a good hand from Uli to start things off.
$300, 40 damage, not too shabby. Now it's Peku to try to do what Happy did to these players. That name does a serious amount of damage now. That Molotov has him disjointed. 2 players in the front, 2 players isolated, but Jinx lands a shot into Peku. That's one of the only defenders down here, except Pytola, of course, but he only has an to try to hold this one back. This is going to be maybe tough, but luckily, Uli's in the crossfire as well, but their utility will cut him off, and now isolates Pytola once again. But somehow, he still wins his first duel, but back down to 3s.
Uli sprays down 1. Derkeps pops as well. And Tabs popped. Sixer from the vents, though, will be able to bring it back to a 2v1. This actually still does kind of favor Sixer. I would say the bomb's not for him. He flashes through. He's opened the door and forced Derkeps off the bomb. Another counter flash comes in, but Derkeps still not sticking, and Sixer can see the rules of the bomb diffuser. Now, but he will go down. Derkeps will win that duel. Just about as enough time for the defuse, as well as KOVA will secure the first gun round. However, the bomb did go down for LDLC, and they did take 3 casualties. They will have to dive deep into their pockets to pick up a buy in this round. Only 2 players from KOVA will have a significant amount left over. But an op is dropped to Peku, so they will have the sniper. And LDLC opted to go for a half buy. I kind of like this call from LDLC.
Yeah, I mean, you're in a 6-round lead. There's no reason to make any crazy risks. Crazy force buys. Just get the full utility that you're looking for. Make sure you have ops to battle back. Now, KOVA, they're looking kind of solid so far. They have good reactions. They have at least a more versatile approach to the map. Now it's Peku down below. Astralis style device in their face really off, and they shot against Tabs. You can't linger for too long, though. This is not want to risk giving away that off. It's not something you want to give away early in the round. So Peku is going to play it safe. Tabs will fall off, but now the remaining LDLC players, they're kind of funneled in towards that lobby, which really limits their options.
It really does limit them, and they're kind of forced into a situation that KOVA were so many times in the prior half. Ramp will he goes for a second, but it's going to be happy with the 1D. Uli, though, comes in, takes down 2. That's the bomb dropped as well. Peku down the secret stairs will eliminate Tabs, and now Major walking his way onto A. Not much you can really do here except hamper the economy of KOVA. He will need a couple kills, though. He takes his shot a little too early, though. Now as his position has been revealed, things should not be major. The nade goes past him, but the bullets will not. Twixie wins that duel, and KOVA bring it to within 5 rounds of LDLC. A timeout now called from the... I guess we'll just call them European mix, because they're no longer a French roster.
Yeah.
Well, they're still primarily French, but they have a mix.
They do have a mix, and I imagine at this point they're probably speaking English. And I know Major speaks English really well, and I know Tab speaks English really well, and I know Happy speaks English, so I assume at this point they're probably speaking English. But yeah, you're kind of right. It's a 5-round deficit now. You know, this is where you start to tighten up your pants a little bit. It's been loose, and it's time to put the belt back on because you're starting to slip a little bit. economy for KOVA, it's looking pretty solid, Boggs. They have full utility. They have a couple terrorist side weapons. They have SG and AK. They have full kits, full utility, literally everything to make this defense as easy as possible. Not only that, but they've made enough bank for multiple purchases in a row, too, exactly. And if they save weapons in between that, maybe even squeeze out a third out of that. KOVA's in a good spot right now. There's really not that much pressure. And of course, same thing could be said for LDLC, right? They have a full loss bonus at this point. That's going to be repeated purchases back to back to back. It's going to be a purchase here, a gun run after this one, possibly a third gun run in a row. So by no means is KOVA allowed to get comfortable. They have to be consistent here. They can't let these rounds be messy, and they can't give away any opportunity for a double reset or even a single reset for LDLC.
True, but conversely, LDLC really can't allow things to spiral out of control either, because right now KOVA has full control of this half. Nade damage early onto Major. KOVA might just pop down. He's gonna have to spray down at least one. He goes for the second, takes him down. Sixer eventually will get the kill. The rotation should be coming in. Who has been walled off by fire. And actually, there's nobody really here to defend the B site. LDLC with the fast pop down should be looking at a bomb plant. Still the man advantage with KOVA. They have plenty of utility as well to play with here. LDLC spreading out the post plants, getting that tunnels control, but KOVA waiting for their teammates to all come in to make the play. Sixer on double doors, pops it open, and actually pops quickly as well. Uli comes in and gets the trade. Will he expect Happy and Taz? No, he will not. Now it's a 2v2, which I would say favors LDLC in the situation. Peku is low when he has an op and a clutch situation on the B side of the middle. Bomb has been tapped, however, it will not come to pass as Tabs will shut down the diffuser. He also shuts down Peku as well. LDLC answer back off the back of the timeout, Roy. They keep the op and the SG in hands as well. It's going to give them a chance to start to build things up and also give that little seed of doubt into KOVA's mind.
That was such a weird 2v2, wasn't it? The smoke was perfect for the double doors. Unfortunately, Dirk stuck the bomb in an angle that wasn't really covered, and probably the only angle that wasn't covered by his teammate. If he had stuck closer to that side, maybe it would have been a different story. Maybe he could have actually done the 5-second stick. But right now, it's KOVA once again back on the buy. This time, Major's eliminated by KOVA. Neku's looking to respond back, looking to equalize the round, but he can't quite hit the shot. And now KOVA is forced to move forward, and Jinx is hearing all this because he's lurked out vents. This is full control for LDLC.
Oh, what is that from Happy? He's been so good in this game. Really showing the signs of brilliance that he had back when he was on those top-tier rosters. And it's a good revitalization to see from Happy. I mean, he's making really smart plays. His aim's been on point. And it's been a fun one to watch from him today. He's on the hunt for the op as well. Peku might not be allowed to save that outside. If the op, that would be a massive loss. The M4 of Uli falls. That's really going to hamper the economy if the op goes down to boot. He has a full belt of utility, a diffuser as well, a helmet. Everything invested for KOVA in this round. The op does as does all 5 of LDLC. They're only 2 rounds away. And this buy from KOVA is going to be negligible at best. Do they go for a force here? Do they go for a save? That's a big decision.
What they should definitely go for is a timeout and discuss this, because this is a very important decision that needs to be made, and they're going to take it in 15 seconds. It actually never ceases to blow my mind that players will take important decisions in 15 seconds instead of taking a timeout. Now it's going to be a fast push towards the upper A site. LDLC looking to go fast, but Peku, he rips him apart. Now it's Twixie's turn to shine with the CZ. Able to throw the one and done. That's still definitely worth it. It's a 2-man advantage. A 4 versus 2. And Dirk he's up close and personal as well to greet Happy. Now it's all down to Sixer. They know he's down vent. They have control of the bomb. This is unlosable, surely.
I don't want to jinx it yet, but I want to say it worked. That was a great double kill from Peku, though. That second shot through the smoke was a fadeaway no-scope, and if that doesn't hit, I think it's a completely different round. However, it does land, and KOVA are going to take whatever ground they can get. Uli and Peku surely take down Sixer in the situation. There's 2 players watching. Yep, Sixer goes down. KOVA will answer back to keep 4 alive as well. Pick up 3 Kriegs, Roy, off the back of pistols and a saved op.
Not a bad deal.
And now LDLC is going to call a pause.
Jeez, how things turn around quickly. I mean, luckily for LDLC, they are still in a really good spot. Yeah, not only is it the 6-round lead, of course, but their economy is still incredibly strong, and they still have a huge loss bonus on top of that. This is incredible. I honestly do think that if you win 2 rounds in a row, it should just completely take out your loss bonus. Like, you should lose your entire loss bonus if you win 2 rounds in a row. But, you know,
I agree.
I'm not a developer. I don't work for Valve. Happy. Fragging out, supporting. Well, I mean, what can't this man do right now? That's insane. 24 effective flashes, 127 ADR, highest kills in the server. And the highest assists, 8. Jesus.
He's fragging, he's helping. Probably there for emotional support after he dies as well, which hasn't been terribly often, although he has died the most of his team. I mean, Sixers at 10 deaths. We've played 23 rounds, which is astonishing to me. I mean, we'll see what happens in this round. No ops for LDLC. But Taps already jumped down the vents, and that's a huge position to have for LDLC. It allows them to have a lot of map control and forces KOVA to be more uncertain of what they want to do and what LDLC are going to do.
That's just mean, Uli. Tapping away, doing a free 56 damage, not a bad deal. Tabs, though, look at him. He did not skip a single beat. He did not hesitate for a microsecond. Went down the vents, instantly up the ramp. He's already on a fast flank. If he gets in heaven, that's it. That's the round.
Jameson happy getting one. Tabs will pounce for 2. And that, the lurk play comes in clutch, but the kills for LDLC were there as well elsewhere on the map. And they've just secured match point, Roy, and the buy from KOVA. An op for Peku, pistols across 3, and them 4 on Dirkips. Not one choose kit. This round must be one without allowing bomb to go down.
Okay, being devil's advocate, KOVA's won a similar round not even that long ago, so it's possible. But 7 rounds in a row for overtime, that's a lot of rounds. Peku, though, opens it up nicely. Sixers eliminated. That's one of the hard hitters for LDLC. So not a bad deal. Major does respond back. Unfortunately, the weapon for Sixer is unrecoverable, so that's not something that KOVA could pick up. So they're still stuck with the weaponry that they had when they purchased. Peku is a little bit more wounded now on the off, so risks are much more difficult now.
Indeed they are. Now, a few players from LDLC starting to work outside, seeing if they can catch anybody off. Peku was here as well. A smoke drops to allow the cross, and flashbang should pop right in front of Happy, but LDLC back into the lobbies. Peku rotating into ramp. Not too sure where LDLC want to go with this. They have Happy outside. He can be a lurker and be a thorn to the side, try and come around and flank somebody. Peku's the only guy holding ramp. Hold, but he comes back for 1. 2 players now spotting his angle. They have to be careful of lining up, though. All out, and Tabs will finish off the finish offer. 3v3. 2 Deegs and an M4 opposing LDLC. They still have Happy lurking around as well. He's down into the vents. Paitola, the lone defender on B. He spots out 1. He spots out 2. And Happy's coming on early. However, Paitola answers with another Deagle shot. And a 3rd from Paitola.
What a weird round. That was messy from every possible angle you can imagine. But Paitola hiding on site with a deagle. Nice clean shots. You gotta love that. It's a sick clip. He keeps KOVA in the game. 6 more rounds to go. This is possibly the last investment here for LDLC if they can't get the bomb plant. So KOVA's starting to close the gap. This round and maybe a next one as well. You're at 11-15. At that point, you're 2 to 3 gun rounds away from overtime. Sixer burning 40 damage for nothing.
Major gets flashed through. Spotted out Twixy blind on top, and that's an early pick for LDLC. Well, the vent drop will just lead to Tabs' death as he drops in, but Peku was ready for it in the end. Time to rethink things for LDLC is they're still down. So Happy actually gets caught out by Uli. and Sixer will not be able to trade it out, as now the man advantage is with KOVA. They're knocking down the door of 10th round, Roy. This would be a good answer back as well. If it can be clean, things can start to spiral in their direction, as LDLC don't really have a lot of money to buy, and if they negate a bomb plant,
Exactly.
will be a half at best from LDLC. Upcoming, Paitola is in position, but Major clears him out. Dirkups from behind the silo needs to step up here. He swings for one, and there's Jinx behind as well. Gets the dink in, gets the kill. Major, the last alive for LDLC. Backs his way out of mini. He has a bit of time to play with. He can go for a flank, but I'm sure Uli can check his position as now. There's not too many that have to be worried about. Dirkups making sure nobody's in the area. Uli now watching his back. And Major, don't think this is going to be around, my friend. Indeed, it will not. Uli holds for the crouch peek. And it will be a 10th for KOVA. Timeout called by LDLC yet again.
Suddenly looking much closer now, isn't it? You can only wonder if KOVA was able to put maybe 1 or 2 more rounds on this T side. You have to wonder how much different this outcome would have been for them. Because their CT is looking significantly better and significantly more fluid.
It really is. And it's actually a nice thing to see a CT side of Nuke that seems to be a little more favored than the offensive end. It's been something I haven't seen in a long time, and it's a sight for sore eyes, really, to see a CT side actually winning out a map, or at least a half. While KOVA haven't really... Actually, no, KOVA's won the vast majority of their rounds. It's just because they only got 3 on their T side. So really, this week has been very CT-sided across both teams, so it's good to see that. I mean, when was the last time we saw a CT half be this dominant across a whole map?
It's been a while. All right. Fun time's over. Discussions are done. Now it's time to put things into action. Of course, this is only semi-buy for LDLC in terms of the investment. They have a few upgraded pistols. They have 3 set of armors. A little utility. The nade that flashes out the door, that's a lot of pressure for KOVA. But look at that nade. It just destroyed Major. This is all distraction to try to get these 2 players into minis so they can split fast on the A site. And now it's in action.
Peku's here watching it, though, as he pounces on 2 with the op. And now Sixer and Happy are going to walk right to Paitola, who is ready to take them down. Never mind. I thought that nade would do a little bit more than 0 damage, but instead they're going to rotate back into the A site, where the op of Peku still posts up in the heavens. Dirkups from behind the silos, and Twixie's here. Open as well. 1 kill. He goes in for the double. And KOVA, they're cutting things close now. Rounds to go to secure overtime. This is where LDLC really has to start sweating. If they keep getting rounds lost without bomb plans, their money will dwindle very quickly. And when it comes to that round number 30, they won't have much to go with.
Yeah, that is a completely fair assessment. Ready pressure outside. LDLC looking to pressure up close outside. Now they realize no one's home. Time to move to the next phase. Let's start to take control towards red. Let's start to peer into mini, into big garage, to see if there's anyone playing, CT spawn towards vents, towards heaven, towards a single box. Now, KOVA's doing a really good job with their utility as well, just slowing things down. And now the outside pressure, they're not really too worried about it. Right, they have Peku down below with the op again playing device style. So if LDC go down towards secret, not a big deal. There's an op to greet them. They just have to hold down the mini and the A split. That's really it, and make sure that they can at least keep eyes on the ramp push.
I feel like ramp is such a critical position on this map because it can allow you to go literally anywhere on the map. You can go back to the lobby, you can go outside, you can go heaven, you can go B. So ramp room definitely something you want to keep control of. No DLC, they're not going to go there. Instead, I think they're going to hedge their bets towards A. It's time is kicking down. Well, damage done to Twixie. He will not be able to get a kill. Stand tall, he gets 1. Now he's done as Sixer comes in for another as well. Good spell doom for but Uli will now fall, leaving Peku in this unfavorable 1-4. Drop the bomb, that could have been it. Instead, it will be Happy to take him down in the end. It got messy for LDLC towards the latter half of this game, but they will be able to pick it up in the end off the back of a 12-3 CT half. KOVA, though, good response on their CT side.
Yeah,
Definitely a lot of promise, but
for sure.
LDLC have the veteran players and they have that experience. They have the tactical depth, and it showed.
Right. And again, a little flat on the T side early on. Maybe if they put 1, 2, maybe 3 rounds more on that T side, it would have been an entirely different narrative. I guarantee it. So KOVA, I haven't lost hope in them. I still think they're a great team. They're one of the best finished rosters available right now, of course. And they're nuts, man. I'm happy to see their development. And of course, this new roster for LDLC is looking pretty fresh. A little flat on the T side as well. But hey, 12-3 CT side, can't ask for much better than that. Sixer happy, popping off. You love to see it. But for now, this story is over. We move on to the next. Game Agents versus Namiga. That's coming up in about 3 to 5 minutes, everyone. So stay tuned. If you're in here right now, please, s'il vous plaît, follow our socials. Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, ! Socials. Follow us. It costs you nothing. We want to bring more to the players. We want to bring more to the ecosystem, and we need your help to do that. Follow Boggs. He needs you. Every follow gets his beard one inch longer. Follow me as well down here below. That's my ad on Twitter. Follow Mel. She does a really good job on behind the scenes. For now, we'll be back shortly. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.